Welcome to Day 2's competition here at the 2023 NXL Lone Star Major. We're here in Round Rock, Texas, a little outside of Austin. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Rich Telford. Interesting day on day 1 as we are in the pits right now with the LA Ironmen, and they have they got a big adventure in front of them here, Rich. They need to win 2 today to have the best chance to move forward. They went and won 1-1 yesterday, but they did drop a game, pretty sizable point margin. We're looking at Patty Gleason coming over from Seattle Thunder. Brooklyn Bears had a chance to play with the Bears, decided to play with the Shield, putting the Shield on his back. The longest running pro team in existence, the LA Ironmen. Can they win 2 today to punch their ticket? They need it. They did not have a great performance at the first event, and even having the Ironmen in a relegation conversation again, like we were talking about last season. Last season, they saved their year with a second place finish in California, and then reloading up in the offseason with some new faces and bringing Shane Pestana, legendary coach. He has never touched that team and not won a world title. Also bringing Mike Paxton in, a legendary player for the Ironmen as well, too. And their opponent this morning will be the Brooklyn Bears. Brooklyn Bears did not have a good day yesterday, Rich. Let's talk about this Ironmen and Bears matchup real quick.
Yeah, I think we should call Saturday the day of adjustments, right? Because everybody went home last night. We haven't played this field a ton because we only had the one layout, and everybody had to go home last night and make adjustments. And obviously the Bears, we thought were going to be really, really strong on this field. The reports from practices that they were just smashing everyone in the break and playing really, really well. Heard the Ironmen was playing really well in the practice, so it should be a very, very interesting morning to see just what adjustments they made.
Yeah, the Bears dropped in overtime to the MLKings, and that was a fascinating game because the MLKings went up by 4 unanswered for them. The Bears
looked like it was over with.
They answer with 4 unanswered to tie the game, and then MLKings were able to take it in overtime. MLKings did drop their next match, though, pretty sizably to New York Extreme. New York Extreme looked outstanding yesterday with 2 big wins. They put up a real solid point margin, so as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot today, even if they lose 2, as long as they don't lose by a bunch, they still should be able to punch their ticket. We're in the pits with the MLKings. Yeah, man, I really like talk about adjustments. What a big adjustment the MLKings have made just in one event.
Yeah,
those guys are playing a ton of paintball. I see Charlie Givens getting the boys together for some last little hype speech or last little bit of adjustment on the game plans before they do battle here with the Bears. Also in this set, so MLKings level. Now, Columbus level, that's a team that I'm expecting big things out of them. They're expecting big things out of each other. But they did lose Sam Silberg last season. They also lost Corwin Weber to an ACL injury early in the year. We're not going to see him until maybe World Cup. But they picked up Damien Ryan, and he played really well for him at the first event. But they did not have a great showing, taking 16th, such an inconsistent team. So that's the battle going down here in set number 1. Bears, Ironmen, MLKings, and level. And if you're a paintball fan, we got a lot of paintball for you today. We had to postpone the last 2 sets as a big tornado potential weather thunderstorm cell rolled through here and hit us with some dime-sized hail. That got a little sketchy there for a bit, Rich.
Yeah, well, the way I look at it is you're ordering the story, right? So you can tell a story anyway. You should have said that the storm came in, we had to cancel it. And Rich and I decided that we want to knock off early, go get a dinner, have some fun, get a good night's sleep.
Getting
we
thirsty.
decided
I needed a steak.
Yeah, we're going to shut it down a little early. We'll make up for it on the adjustment day.
Yeah, so we have 2 extra sets, 12 sets of paintball here today. It's going to be all day, dawn to dusk.
Yeah, some cranky refs out there by the end of the day.
Yeah, do not argue with the refs.
And guess where they got all that extra time? The lunch break. That's where the time gets made up, so the extra cranky refs.
Yeah, so, it's going to be an interesting day. Saturday is always fascinating. Who's going to make those adjustments? Who are the top 10 teams that will move on? These brackets, the bracket A, bracket B, those are the brackets of death. Bracket A, Dynasty, Heat, Infamous, Notorious, Uprising. Bracket B, that's the worst one. Damage, Hurricanes, Diesel, Revo, and Legion. Bracket C, Impact, X Factor, Energy, Aftermath, and Saints. And then in bracket D, it's New York Extreme, the Bears, MLKings, Level, and the Ironmen. That's the bracket that we're about to see do battle here on center court at the Lone Star Major. Do you think how much adjustments are we going to see on this layout? I mean, this layout it's not a mystery what's working out there right now.
Yeah, so I thought about that a lot last night, and I don't think you're going to see adjustments so much like players playing different spots. I think you'll see players playing the same spot but differently, right?
That's a good point. Jumping into point number 1 here, Ironman going to be on the red side, and the Bears in the red jerseys on the blue side, and they lose Frank Tommaso, man. Anytime you play the Bears.
That's their offense. Frank is their offense. When they went down those points yesterday and started coming back, that had a lot to do with Frank pushing up those D sides. Bears lose their second player, Matty. 5-on-3 as Nick Sloviak takes a hard bounce going into the can on the Drio side.
Ironman.
Oh, it's not a bounce. So 4 on 3 now.
Ironman playing aggressive here, and they get a body quickly into the snake. Clay Hughes.
4 on 2.
We have $500 at stake, courtesy of Pate Smith Law, and specializes in property claims against insurance companies, doing God's work. But Clay Hughes, he set the high watermark yesterday with a 4-pack, 3 or 4-pack run through to win the game. So right now, in the 50-yard line here for the Ironmen, and looking pretty solid. They did drop a body, but just bodies are flooding off left and right here as that D-side's got completely blown open here for the Ironmen. And Rich, this is going to be a quick one.
Yes. And what the Bears did really well in practice, and what they did really well when they turned that match around yesterday, was winning the breakout, right? They would get up on bodies. They cannot afford to drop a body on the break and then quickly lose another body. You're not going to beat the Ironmen 5 on 3.
I'm interested too with the Ironmen, with the deep roster they have. We're in the pits right now. So there's Mike Paxton and Nick Sloviak. Billy Wing here as well too. So got some legends in the pit here, some world champs to try to help guide this new version of the LA Ironmen and try to get them to be an elite paintball team again. Speaking of elite, there's Clay Hughes, number 27. Helped him put the team on his back. And they got Corey Field. Yeah, man, deep roster, but that's the problem for him right now. Is kind of who are going to be our go-to guys.
Some of those guys you're not going to see at the next event.
So now jumping into point number 1 here, Columbus Level, MLKings. Pretty evenly matched on paper here based on their most recent trajectories. Both dealing with losing some bodies and trying to pick some new ones up. And it looks like first to go in the snake's going to be the MLKings, and Level's going to be the first to lose. Ooh, minor penalty here as the referee slips and falls as he goes to pull that minor penalties. Yellow flags go in the air, and if you get hit, continue to play. And don't shoot anybody. You're going to get a yellow flag. That's a minor. That pulls out one of your players. Red flag, if you get hit and you shoot somebody, then you're going to get a major, and that's a red flag. That pulls out 2 of your players.
5 on 3 advantage here in this first point for MLKings. They've got 4 guys over here in snake side.
Yeah, you can see here on your screen, MLKings really pushing this snake side of the field fast and heavy in point number 1.
Yeah,
and they got that gift of the penalty.
Interesting to see Donaldson come all the way from the snake back all the way into that snake 1 mat with a 5 on 3 advantage. I would like to see him pushing forward in the snake, not playing defensively, although he loses the player inside of him.
Yeah, that's a bad death right there. You're up a bunch of bodies. You're in a good spot, trying to filter up the field and just getting losing a gunfight.
It's like trying to find a way to get shot.
Well, they still have yeah. I mean, but if you look, we're looking over Level's shoulders right now, and they do have 3 bodies left alive. Danny's in the insert bunker, snake size, wrap around.
Yeah, the guy in the spot can for Level needs to reposition. I think that's Damien Ryan. He needs to get out of that spot can and get to a spot where he can do some more damage. That can is just so hard to play as we speak. So he does. He's now in the snake insert bunker. Great move there from Damien Ryan.
They got Danny out there. They got Damien, and I can't see who's at the. Let's see who that third body is.
That was
they
so
lose Danny.
sloppy, Danny. Come on, Danny. You're better than that. Yes, Danny's struggling a little bit there. Definitely the threat for Level on the snake side is Danny first, Damien 2.
I don't think he knew that Navarro had moved up into the brick. I mean, Navarro's just shoulder checking that brick, so they should probably know he's in there now.
Yeah, so he's tackling that thing.
But
2 on 4.
But yeah, just 2 bodies out there for Level. Really hoping that MLKings make a couple mistakes here to even up the count. You can hear everyone's talking up, trying to find these bodies. It's communication's always tough on a paintball field. Some fields worse than others, and this one's been kind of rough. Also, the shadow's pretty long right now, so you can play those shadows. You know, if you're Donaldson and you head check down this sideline, you can basically know
you could just go ahead and
where your mirror is, and vice versa because of those shadows. A little bit, the shadow does.
And this is.
With the way that this one is, though,
tough.
The Aztec kind of block into it, but not so much on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I made a lot of mistakes yesterday, man. I think that's why we work so well together, because you're, you know, kind of concise, making the right, and I'm fumbling through it. But I really thought it was going to play really, really slow yesterday, and it was actually playing faster than I thought it was going to play. And it's, to me, interesting to see if it's going to play again, if I'm going to be wrong again, and see if it slows down again today.
Well, it went back and forth yesterday.
Yeah.
We saw some slower points. We saw some faster points. It did speed up a little bit as the day progressed, which is typically not how it goes.
And a lot of close games, too, right? Not a lot of blowouts.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Blowouts are boring. Close games are entertaining. And selfishly, now that I don't really get to play anymore because my knees don't work great anymore, I really want to see some entertaining games.
Charlie, when you watch this, please talk to Donaldson. He's been out of position in the Snake 1 looking inside playing defense this whole point. And, like, that's not what you want your Snake 1 doing.
But also Pat Navarro and Mingo Kappas on the
played
back.
Amazing. Yeah. Those 2 guys definitely picked up that point.
Kyle Berry as well, too. Yeah, Donaldson just almost like kind of got stuck in.
No, he was in the snake and retreated back to the snake.
But then he got stuck there.
And then just never started playing paintball
Maybe
again.
his gun wasn't working.
Great. Get somewhere where 2 or 3 guys can shoot
I'm thinking possibilities.
Guys, Charlie, if you could make Matt his MLK jersey, he'd appreciate that. Extra buffed.
I'll take a. Oh, Danny catching a little triple bonus ball pack in his back.
And he looked around to see who's putting it on me. That guy. Okay, good.
That's when you just turn around, you look where it came from. You're like, oh, Kyle Berry. Okay, all right.
Duly noted.
Yeah,
you're on the list.
You're going in the book. I'm not saying it was Kyle, but
it was probably Kyle. Knowing Kyle the way we know Kyle.
So Ironman up by 1 right now over the Bears. See if they can keep it up or if the Bears will answer. Bears are going to go that out. So we're seeing this run a lot, Rich.
Yeah, look, he's just laying down out there in the corner like a lazy.
Yeah, so there he is. He's crawling up.
The long crawl.
He ran all the way out there, dove down about, I'd say, 30 feet behind that bunker and crawled the 30 feet up to it. It worked.
Almost all the way to the corner.
Oh, they're really focusing on Frank.
Yeah.
So putting a lot of pressure on Frank over there.
And they made the right. We talked about adjustments. That's the adjustment that most teams are going to make after watching the Bears come back those 4 unanswered points because Frank was just doing work, Dorito and up the gut.
2 points in a row. Frank Antetomaso taking the walk. It's a big part of their offense. But they do get into the snake as Al Fernandez getting a check at the spot bunker. That's our insurance company bringing insurance to the league, man. If you register and sign your registration papers, then you get free health insurance here if you get hurt at this event, courtesy of...
It allows you to play with reckless abandon, which is what we like. 1 body advantage here as Al gets in the snake first for the Ironmen. Al Fernandez, new up-and-comer snake player for the Ironmen. See what Al does. He looks down the tape. Oh, Ironmen lose their first player across field. Corey Field filling from the back center over to the spot bunker.
Nice little fill out for Corey to give Al a little bit of help, and looks like another Bear is going to be taking the walk. Altamore getting checked out in by the ref in the snake, and he's going to take the walk. So again, it's just not looking good here for the Bears. Yeah. They're just having survivability issues.
Not winning the breakout, not surviving, not playing aggressively.
Yeah.
All big challenges.
Clay gets all the way down here in the snake for the Ironman. He's got Al just talking it up and pumping paint, trying to finish off this point, take a 2-point lead. So again, as we talked about during the open of the show, the Ironman went 1-1 yesterday, but they dropped their second game by, I believe, 3 points. So sitting at, I believe, a -2. They need to get at least 1 win today, and ideally have that win put up a big number, as many points as you can get.
Greg was the last guy eliminated from the Bears, and I know exactly what he was thinking when he walked out the field. Well, I did my job. I locked down that Dorito side. They never went down the Dorito side, and now I get bunkered in the back. Now he's going to probably go in, maybe throw a pod, poke somebody in the chest. Look at this. Look at his stomping. Yep. Greg's not happy. Let's go, ladies.
He does have a gazelle-like gait.
Hey, but at least he was doing his job. They definitely didn't go down the Dorito side, Greg. Good job.
In the pits with the Ironman. You got Nikki and Shane. There's Kyle. So, unfortunately for the Ironman, their East Coast contingent had a big wedding this past weekend. It just happened to fall out layout weekend. So, kind of tough when you got some of your studs not there for that practice. Hey, get it? Weddings are important.
Super important. How many big tournaments did you miss for weddings? Altogether in the 20 years you were a professional paintball player, winning world champions.
I didn't miss one.
You didn't miss any. That's crazy. I never missed any either. It's almost like we wanted to win. Take an early walk is level from the center of the field. 4-on-5 advantage here early on for the MLKings.
Yeah, Danny getting in the snake there. They do lose Matt Askren. He's a big gun. He's great on the in the scramble to try and close points.
Yep.
He almost won the move of the prelims at the first event.
I remember that. Him and Weaver have really become good twos for level, and it really have a big...
Weber,
sorry.
Weaver's elite.
Yeah. Both of those guys are really a big part of the level success. When those guys are playing good and following up the ones, they do really well.
And that's what was frustrating for level, losing Weber to freak skiing accident, essentially for the season, and just... This is very frustrating because he was getting so good. But, again, picking up Damien Ryan.
That's why pro athletes have things in their contracts that don't let them do things like skiing and motorcycling and things that will get you hurt.
Hey, Tatis still crashed his motorcycle for the Padres, so I feel their pain. But, yeah, right now they're looking pretty good. They do lose the Askren, but they are controlling this snake side.
Yeah, they got good spots. They get out to the Dorito one now.
And Donaldson's still the insert bunker here for the snake, which is strange because he seems to be a pretty hyper-aggressive guy. So, it's 2 points in a row. He's kind of just digging a trench or digging a foxhole in there. And
Danny really struggling, Matty. Yeah, I feel like the Kings are making a mistake though. I think they're playing too defensively here, right? They're like, we have one point lead, so we're gonna lock it up. You do that when you have 3-point lead, right? 4-on-4 now. Donaldson now going into the snake. Player from Columbus level getting a check over the Dorito 1.
Getting a very thorough check.
Yes.
Still in there checking him out. Looks like he's good to go.
Donaldson now again retreating in the snake.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking into the glare over there. Maybe he's not getting the communication. So, I mean, he's been staying alive.
That was a real bad death.
Yeah, and he's going to retreat back. So they lose, I think that was Navarro. No, that's not Navarro. I think that's one of their new players they picked up. But yeah, just a couple bodies dropping for both squads. So this one's going to get a little interesting here. Good crossfield spread for the MLKings with Donaldson at the insert bunker snake side. Back center with Navarro, I believe, and then Kappas. No, it's either, I think that might be
it's Kyle, probably the back center.
It's Kyle. And then Kappas died early a little bit in their second match where they lost, but he had a great first match.
I was going to say, he had some big points that first match.
And also, with the game plans, it was kind of hard to scout Mingo over there because he still got the wheels, so some points he was taking like D3 off the break,
D4,
and then other ones he'd be pulling off short and shooting from those spots. So, yeah, he had some good looks yesterday.
He's crafty.
These Puerto Ricans can play some paintball, bro.
Yes, they can. Shout out to all Puerto Rican paintball players out there getting it done. Damien Ryan sneaky into the snake. He's in that little gap between the snake 1 and the snake 2, looking for the cross shot on either the back center or the Dorito can.
Well, he is very sneaky.
He is.
It's part of his game.
Literally a crafty veteran.
Sneakiness and athleticism would be a good way to describe Damien Ryan's game.
Yeah. They almost make up for his lack of personality.
So actually, nice little move out to the back corner bunker on the D side from Kyle Berry. And then Kyle Berry dips into D4. Beautiful job by Kyle Berry on that D side to get some forward progression, present some offense here for the MLKings. This is a close one, pretty even on the count. I think it's a 3-on-3.
Yep.
Where's that third body for level?
He's on the D side, but I haven't seen him. Damien gets caught on cross shot. I think from Mingo or Kyle, I'm not sure. Well, maybe Level dropped another guy because their guy just tried to fill back. Yeah, it was 2-on-3.
I think Kyle might have shot someone over there, maybe Mingo.
Yep. Right before he filled, he probably got that kill.
So it was a 2-on-3 for a little bit. Kyle read it perfectly. Great job survivability over there. Kappas as well too. And yeah, Levels just needs to tighten up. Too many deaths. They're not getting much offense in this early couple points. They're getting shut down on the snake side. So with they got Damien and they got Danny over there. Those are their two best players. So.
Donaldson spent a lot of time defensively playing that snake. I'd like to see him clock in and play offensively a few points.
I said watch out, red alert. We almost gave that
the same way. He went around and then straight in, right? The guy went to the echo, shot across for a long fucking time.
Hey, like Charlie said, Danny's going right to the snake 3 for the alpha shot. Help Carter. Somebody help Carter. I need a body on Carter.
They went like this. The home guys filled to the money and the money guy filled into the snake. He went to the snake.
Ironman up by 2. See if they can keep Frank alive. No, they didn't. Frank, again, shot off the break, man. The Ironmen are really picking on Anta Tommaso over there on the D side.
Yeah, but also the Bears need to stop sending him to his death, right? Like, you give him one chance to get out there. If he doesn't get out there, you hold him short, and then you make him work on it. He's too valuable of a resource to lose early the points like that repeatedly. 5-on-4 advantage for the Ironmen. Bears losing their offensive threat over on the trio side, and Frank Anta Tommaso. They do have a player up here in Snake 2. They have a guy in the center wing watching him, and the guy snake insert behind him. Back center is the only guy looking and trying to stop the Dorito side. So Ironman have an opportunity to move up that D side as they push into the 50 snake.
Battle going down in the snake right now as the Ironman, I believe that's Clay Hughes here. We're looking into the glare as we're starting extra early this morning because of the storm yesterday afternoon. But so who's going to get the drop on who right now?
Looked like Sakaguchi taking a hard bounce there in that snake insert, and it did not bounce. 3-on-5 advantage now for the Ironmen. Little battle going down here in the snake, Matty. Look at that glare. The Angels are watching this game very closely.
Got the halo effect going on. Yeah, I don't think they know that they're aware that they have an enemy that close. I think the Bears might know that he's there though, because that's a nice little retreat.
Yeah, that was, and it was talking to the guy in the wing inside of him. So I think those two are talking, Matty. I think they figured it out.
But this is smart. If this is Hughes, this is intelligent.
Yeah.
What is he doing in here? Well, he's in a really good spot, but he's not really engaging. They have a 2-point lead. There's still 10:45.
It's a 5-on-3
on the clock. It's a 5-on-3 burn clock.
What would Dave Youngblood want him to do?
Probably go stab that guy.
Stab that guy in the snake. It's 5-on-3, right?
Yeah, it's 5-on-3, but he can't do that because the wedge is hot. So you can't run. You put the guy in and go. But also, I'd be totally cool with like let's let this play out a little bit here.
Yeah.
We get still 10 minutes on the clock. We have a 2-point lead. So assure yourself that third point. Burn a couple minutes off if possible.
Yeah, the Bears could probably just concede this, right? If the Ironmen aren't going to make any moves here, it's already kind of determined that they're most likely going to win this point.
You have enough time.
Yeah, you might as well just concede the point and start a new fresh game. Yeah, Ironman with 2 in the snake, 1 moving into the insert bunker now, 2 on the Drio side, and just all the control spots. And Ironman just sitting there watching their lane, shooting their guns.
Jordan's looking for it. Jordan Boya moving up into the...
He's been playing well for them.
Yeah, I heard good things about him in
Practice,
practice.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because they don't know who he is yet, so they're like, yeah, he's kind of a taller guy, kind of light brownish hair. I'm like, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
NorCal. He's from what I would call the Midwest of California,
Yes.
that Central Valley.
That's right. The hard-working part of California.
My wife's from Fresno, so I'm one of my really good friends.
She's from
you
the
might have heard
know.
of his name's Rich Telford.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful morning here.
Yeah, gorgeous morning here in Round Rock, and Ironman in full control at this point. 5 bodies up. Look, they're just chilling in their spots. They're expecting the Brooklyn Bears down by 2 to eventually push into the guns. And if they don't, that's fine. We'll sit here and win a 2-0 game.
Yeah.
If you want to let 9 minutes fall off the clock and not concede and not push, that's fine. If I'm the Ironman, I'd be very happy with how it's all shaking out right now. Now, if I'm the Bears
drop the back center. That's a bad death.
just concede the points.
They
5 on 2.
They should have conceded it already.
You're looking for a miracle. Oh, Jesus, that was not the move right there. Was that Hughes? Yeah, you can't make that mistake. No, it was Nita.
Nita, yeah, he's their
Nita,
snake.
come on, man. You can't do that. Well, it's not going to matter because it's going to force the concession regardless because another body had dropped for the Bears. But when you're in a 5 on 2 and you have a 2-point lead and you want to burn clock off, you can't just walk it down lanes like that into guns.
Not if you want to be good at paintball.
Or win paintball tournaments. But it all worked out for him. 3-0 is the score here for the Ironman. It looked like McGowan got a spin here, getting some sort of put on the replay. So here comes replay from the last one. Oh, that was very kind.
That's because Northern California people are extra nice.
Jordan gives him a little hug. That's so nice. You know who wouldn't have done that? His brother Dylan.
Nope.
No, I'm just kidding. Dylan's really nice too.
They're both super nice guys.
Yeah, that was very sportsmanlike.
Yeah, that's the way I remember us playing. Like, we didn't put it on anybody if we didn't have to. Level dropping their first guy in the can, and their second attack on the snake side.
That's a lie. But so Level, again, the snake side is just getting shut down for Level right now. The MLKings are doing a great job of shooting bodies on the break and really not letting the snake side for Level play paintball.
Yeah, I would say that MLKings adjustments that they made last night were better than the adjustments that Level has made. And then going forward in this match, Level needs to start making some other adjustments. Because this is the only point where they've got it blown out on the break, right? Like they've had 5-on-5 situations, but just not playing it.
Yeah, it forced Coach Tyler for Level.
Concede.
Not much he can do in that situation. It was kind of similar to what just happened in the previous point with the Bears and the Ironmen, except Dobiak had seen enough. It's like, okay, well, this is not looking good for us. This is just going to hurt us. There's only 7 minutes left. We're going to be down by 3. We got to get back to 5-on-5, and ideally he needs to find a way to get guys alive on the snake side.
Yeah, and Ryan from X Factor taught me that. Like, I was different. Like 5-7 years ago, whatever. I'm like, you let that point play out. You give your guys an opportunity. Blah blah blah. Kind of that old school mentality. I agree now. Give your guys a fresh opportunity to play 5-on-5. Don't put that expectation that they're going to pull off a low body situation. Just let it go. Move on. Right? No negative energy. Just keep on trucking. What do the Bears got to do, Matty?
Well, they need to get Frank to Tommaso alive on that D side.
That's a big start, man. They go wide again on the D side, and they lose that guy again. They're sending that guy to his death every single game on the D side.
It's Corey Field. Corey, Corey hasn't played every single point, but whoever's shooting that D side is throwing laser beams that way.
Yeah. Well, it's a combination of back center and the tower. The tower runs up. I think it's Boyum runs up, shoots that way. Bears peel off another body. Only 2 Bears left alive now, unless there's one in the snake that I can't see. But it's the spot in the back center for the Bears. And again, I think they should probably concede this point, right? Ironman 5 bodies alive, up by 3 points.
Yeah, smart.
Good concession there.
Smart. Was wasting time at that point. So, man, the Ironmen are pitching a shutout right now.
Yeah, when you're winning every breakout, and the other team just keeps feeding you bodies on that D side.
Yeah. All 4 points, they've shot that body on the D side. It wasn't Frank this time, it was somebody else, but
it is so hard to win when you're down by 20% or 25. It's tough, man. Like
it's 5 bodies, it's 20% of your firepower per dude.
And on this field, if you take out that guy, you've taken out that whole side of the field. So now the guys on that side of the field can kind of stand on the outside of those bunkers and have no pressure.
It's a lot easier to play paintball 5-on-4.
Yeah, way better.
easier.
Literally, one guy's not even getting shot at.
It's like literally impossible. So they got some smiles on the faces here for the Ironmen, but they got to keep on the gas pedal here. You know, they need a big win because they dropped their second game yesterday to NYX by 4. No, maybe 3. Was it 3 points? But it was a 4-1. Do you remember? I think it was 4-1. Regardless, it was, you know, they won their first one by 1 and then lost their second one by at least 3. So sitting on a -2. But if they can continue this up, this is going to work out real. Because if they can get a mercy rule win here, I mean, even if they get smashed in their next game, as long as it's not too bad,
yeah, that margin.
they'll still be decent on a positive point margin, be able to move on. Just can't get mercy ruled.
Level looks like they're dragging butt out there. Looking at Matty. Heads are all down. No fire. Look like they've already conceded this match.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. I mean, I'm hoping that's not what's going on.
No
in
high
their mind.
fives, no low fives, no interchange.
They're just it's like we
flat.
talk about how Uprising's super inconsistent team because
Yeah.
some events will come out, look really good, beat top teams, and then other make some Sundays, and Level's kind of like that now. I mean, they took 3rd last year, and then also took some real bad placings as well too. So they need to pick it up right. It needs to happen right now. They still have 7 minutes and 22 seconds to work with. They got 5 guys out alive, so that's good. And then in the snake, they just need to stay alive in their spots right now.
Well, one of two things needs to happen, right? Either stay alive in their spots, or instead of sitting there and crossing up, shooting across the field at a spot where there's nobody at, maybe Danny could go forward offensively and try to shoot a couple guys. Like he's on his on that zone mat in the front of the Dorito 3. The closest guy to that is the Dorito can who's looking inside. So Danny's effectively shooting at absolutely nobody and doing absolutely nothing.
Well, they have a little bit of time to work with, and survivability's been an issue.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like, hey, get out there, stay alive for 30 seconds,
Well,
and start
but this is
attacking.
what he's been doing every point. And if it had been working, right, then yeah, keep doing that. But if it's not working, you got to try something different, man. So Damien Ryan is protecting Danny right now, pumping the 50 snake and talking to Danny. But the MLKings snake player has never even gone past the first snake 1. So he's really defending him against nobody. So those two guns are kind of tied up, not doing anything.
Well, Ashton East out receive as Danny now hits the deck and crawls up to the 50-yard line. Got our splits. There's some tense glares in the pit right now for Level.
1,000-mile stairs.
And you can see this. So there's Danny and the snake, and we're looking at their D side. They're out at the D2, so they've got the field out wide. Danny's at the 50-yard line. You know, Danny Schonauer is an all-star caliber player.
Super good.
But having some struggles here in the snake currently, but is in a real good spot. And, you know, if he goes off for the rest of this game and helps him win it, then
No problem.
so it's going to be tough because the Kings look pretty dialed. They look pretty dialed.
And they're playing like they have a 3-point lead, right? Everyone's crossed up. Everyone's hiding. I mean, Donaldson was hiding even when they didn't have a lead, but now everyone else is hiding as well. We got Woodley in the can. I'm sure it's Kyle Berry in the back center. Someone fills out the snake behind. Oh, Damien Ryan now with the move to the center. That's what they need out of Damien. They've got him in that kind of defensive position, protecting Danny, but Damien Ryan is a scary offensive weapon when he releases up the center of the field.
Yeah, that's where he thrives. So they got Danny and Damien in real good spots. 50-yard line.
I think they just got it for that Dorito 3 too, Matty.
So starting to be the full court press here from Level with 5 bodies alive, but they haven't shot anybody yet.
But they are shooting at people.
Well, MLKings are dug in like ticks right now.
5 minutes left, Matty.
Yet Level has about a minute to get this going because they, again, need 3 just to tie, so they can't just fall into the Kings' trap, which is to slow play this. Sure, it'll help margin if they blow out the next team they play, maybe still have a chance to move on because they did put a win up on the Bears. And that was a pretty sizable win, too. You know, Level put up a 5-1 win against the Bears, so with that +4, but they're about to get that margin obliterated if it stands as it is now because they did drop their first match by 1 to the Ironmen. So it's not disaster if Level loses this game and can keep it right about where it is now.
Sloppy death over the top there for Level player in Snake 1, Matty.
Is that Hollowell? I think that was Hollowell.
Got caught looking over the top.
Oh, but they do get a shot on Navarro. And Damien's past the 50-yard line right now. Damien Ryan past the 50, shooting towards that D side, trying to put the pinch.
Level drops another body from the other side, Matty. 4-on-3 advantage for MLKings. Damien Ryan.
Penalty of death.
Oh, man.
Major assessed here on Columbus Level, and that's going to pull out Damien Ryan.
Damien should go forward right now and try to get 2 or 3 bodies because they're going to come get him.
Well, they had a chance for a second until that penalty.
Yeah, 3-on-1 now with just Danny here in the 50 snake.
Kyle Berry is just one-handed, slow walking, and there's no one left to shoot. So it wasn't Donaldson this time.
Oh,
it was
good.
Their new pickup, Callan.
So it's not Donaldson, I guess it's the game plan to hide the snake one.
Well,
interesting.
In this situation, when you're up by 3 and you're trying to burn clock, that's a little bit of a different story than when it's 0-0.
100%. I wouldn't have been saying that had they been aggressively playing the first 3 points and now they start hiding the snake.
Yeah. So heading into this next point here with the Ironman and the Bears, the most successful thing they've been doing is shooting this body on the break. So let's get a replay and just look at this. So it's Dylan. It's Dylan or Jordan.
Jordan, sorry, yeah. Yeah, Jordan, he catches him right past the can.
So this is that last point.
Yep, going right to the
we were wondering if it was Jordan or Corey, because Corey's legendary for shooting bodies on the
Jordan shooting snake side, Dylan shooting D side.
Yeah, so, and I don't know if that's been Jordan the whole time, but if it has been, then they need to buy him dinner tonight, because
Jordan's eating good tonight.
They literally were playing 5-on-4 every single point. Let's see if they can do it again.
Well, look, the Bears don't send anybody into that gap, and they end up with 5 alive, although they do have a player getting a check now in the snake insert. He's okay. 5 alive now. Bears have the first opportunity for an even point here. Now they secondary into that Dorito. Yeah, this is the adjustment the Bears should have made last night. Ironman dropping the first player in the spot can. Looks like Tregarthen. A little frustrated there.
Jordan goes up into the wedge.
Bears now attacking into the snake. 5-on-4 advantage for the Bears. First time they've had an advantage in this match. Not only do they have an advantage on the one body advantage, but there's no one in front of him in the snake. Oh yeah, snake one's looking inside. So he can go all the way down and put pressure on Jordan there in the center wing.
7:35 to go, down by 4. Bears desperately need a win here. They dropped both their games yesterday. If they lose this one, that's it.
That's it.
They'll be going home.
Yep.
Bears scurrying out wide towards the D side.
Good fill out to that corner there. The problem with the team that has to play the Bears next, if they lose this and they have nothing to win for that next game, the Bears are just going to play crazy paintball, and it's going to be tough for that team to play them. Whoever that team is.
Yeah, it happens to be New York Extreme.
What?
That could either be really good or really bad for
yeah,
you guys.
I've just been thinking the same thing as I've been watching the score go. Good communication from both teams, calling the spots, trying to figure out where they can get through the gaps. Ironman have that snake corner looking inside. Oh, Dylan gets caught in that wing as Baltimore goes forward. Oh, he gets caught.
Oh,
yeah, a little too high there. Oh, Ironman pulling a penalty. Ironman just had their last player pulled on a penalty, Matt. It's going to take the Bears a second to figure it out, but they've won this their first point here in this match.
Yeah, so Robbie got down there pretty far, but he just had his pack exposed a little bit when he came across that gap. But yeah, the Ironman drawing the penalty does open the door here for the Bears. They're just trying to figure out where the bodies are and then adjust. They move up into D2, outside wide. No one in the snake currently for them.
Ironman.
Nita.
Yeah, just Nita's the only one left for the Ironman.
Yeah,
snake
the glare's bad. It's tough to read the backs right now.
Well, Nita was in inside for so long, I thought they'd either eliminated him, I didn't see it, or he snuck in.
So
yeah, 2-on-1, I think.
Yeah, so it's just Nina?
Yeah, because of the penalty on the G side.
I didn't know if there was somebody still hiding over there.
I didn't even know if Nita was still alive. I thought it was a 0 Ironman left, but there's one left. 2-on-1. Looks like Sakaguchi's going to figure it out. He goes into the snake. He still thinks there's someone in the center or on the Drio side. So if Nita can get lucky and catch Gooch, I think it might be Frank back in the can on the Drio side. 2-on-1 here. Nita looking inside.
Yeah. Well, the thing is the Bears can't spend. They obviously need this point, but it's a must-win, right?
For sure.
Must win the game.
Yes.
Spread at this point is important, but since they lost both their games yesterday, they have to win both today to have a chance to move on. So they need to get this one going. Sure enough, Sakaguchi's going to run the highway. That's the inside part of the snake. He's going to bunker out Nita, and then they need to hit the afterburners to preserve as much time as possible. It's going to be around 5:08 maybe, 5:07. So 3-point game, 5 minutes left on the clock. In some universe, that's definitely happened. So it's definitely possible, but they're going to have to ratchet up the aggression here.
Well, they did that yesterday, right, with the Kings. They came back 4 points, right? I mean, they lost the match.
A little bit more time left.
Yeah.
But yes, that's a good point.
They can stack some points together if they need to.
For sure.
And keeping that body alive over there was the first big adjustment that they made. And the first time they do that and they play with 5 bodies, look, they win that point, right? So if they just make that adjustment, stop feeding that extra body over there, they have a shot of beating the Ironman.
If you're regular, shoot for the corner, the Dorito side. What's gonna happen is if I line up the box and I see that they're shooting blue into me, I have to step back in. I can shoot for the Dorito side. But you're still lined up enough where you can shoot the snake way, right? Yeah. So aim for it. If I don't say anything, still shoot for the Dorito side. If I say snake,
See if Level can
that way, I have to suck back in.
get into this game here.
Enzo Tommaso giving Sester like a clinic on what's going on over there. On the breakout right now, Columbus Level.
That's what I like to see out of Damien Ryan.
Still with a goose egg, though. They lose 2 bodies.
Ouch.
Lose Cranmer from the D
But
side.
Damien gets a kill.
And another
3 out
body
4.
from this snake side as well, too. With Hollowell. So Hollowell and Cranmer walking off. Damien in good position at the 50-yard line, but down to just 3.
Damien gets another one, shoots Woodley out of the can. This is what Damien does well, and this is what the way they should play him. Instead of having him in a defensive position that anybody can do,
Danny.
let him go up and eat.
Yeah, Danny's passing 50 here, Rich.
Good job, Danny. Level dropping another 3-on-2 advantage now for the Kings, Matt.
Yeah, he's catching a lot of pressure over here as another body coming off for Level. So just, 2-on-3 situation. Another
Damien gets a third body.
Damien is stacking up kills right now. Oh, but
2-on-1.
Danny comes right around into a ball. I think Damien just nicked Navarro as well.
Yep, 4.
Too.
Damien gets 4 kills.
Damien's just throwing grenades.
Now, if he
over
can get
here.
this 5th kill and win the point, he's got a chance of getting that $500, right, Matty?
It would be a 5-pack.
Yep, a 5-pack.
But Hughes was to win the game, So
Yeah.
that's kind of that's the high watermark right now. But yeah, man, tip of the hat and respect here to Damien Ryan with 4 kills to try to put Level at least on the board. Oh, and he finally gets clipped out in a 1-on-1 situation here. So
Yeah, Damien played a little flat that point. Only getting 4.
is it opposite?
Yeah, yeah. Is he dragging feet off the ground? Yeah, he's very disappointed that he didn't get that last body. But great little point there from Damien. I obviously as a fan, want to see that every single time. I want to see him up there doing the fun, exciting stuff. But also as like a coach, like he's really, really good at that stuff. And you don't have somebody else doing that, you might as well have him go, right?
Well, we talked about this yesterday about the center. We didn't see a ton of action up the center, but because so much attention has gone out towards the sidelines, and you get a smart guy that kind of knows how to read those, get a good read on it. He went up there, was just chalking up kill after kill after kill. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get that 5th. That's a big ask to have one guy go out there and shoot the other all 5.
Yeah,
he got 4 of them.
Yes, sir.
So perfect game so far for the MLKings. We did not see one mercy rule yesterday, and that could happen here in this match. Thought this one was going to be a battle.
Yeah, for sure. And it might be more of a battle now that they've figured out that they can't feed Ironman a body on that D side, right? They're going to continue to hold that guy back, I'm assuming. Yeah, so they start with 5 alive, and the first time they played 5 alive, they got a point, so we'll see what they can do this event.
Yeah, heavy guns up for the Bears as they keep pretty much 4 bodies in the backfield. They do lose a body on the secondary, though. Oh, there's another one, Sakaguchi taking the walk. So, yeah, survivability's just been really rough for the Bears.
Yeah, what a difference between this event and the last event. And it's that constant up and down roller coaster, right? Some of the teams like Aftermath who looked like they struggled last event look great this event. Some of the teams that look great events last event, like the Bears, struggling a little bit this event.
Yeah, welcome to Pro Paintball.
Yeah, welcome to life. Not easy to stay going in the right direction. You got to constantly correct the ship.
At least you guys didn't suck yesterday.
Oh, we're going to suck at some point. You just wait.
So the Ironmen sitting on a relatively comfy 3-point lead with 4:15, but because they did lose a game by 3 yesterday,
margin.
Shane and Mike and Nikki, I'm kind of hoping that maybe we could put another couple points on the board here, but ideally get that win, because now you got one more game to go. If they can win the next one, I talked to Shane this morning and we were talking margin, this and that. But, typical Shane, he's like, look, that's great and all, and yes, we're gonna be thinking about that, but ideally, it is like, let's just win the games, right?
I was just thinking, Shane's the last dude that's over here. I was like, Nikki might be doing the numbers in her little book over there, but Shane's like, I don't care about margins. We're winning.
So now, with this 5-point lead, let's listen in real quick to the Bears. There's GJ Sakaguchi.
The Gooch.
In my opinion, the best player to come out of Hawaii. I haven't seen all of the. I haven't seen all the Hawaiian players, of course, but I've seen all the Hawaiian players that have come onto this main field for the past 20 years.
I've seen them all. If he's not the best player, he's definitely the best looking.
But yeah, just in general, they're struggling out there. So Columbus level right now, trying to keep away this mercy rule loss.
They lose Politi on the break. Damien Ryan doesn't go up the middle. He goes to the wing on the snake side. 5-on-4 advantage here. Oh, MLKings losing their first players. Damien Ryan gets that kill, so 4-on-4 advantage. Damien Ryan again clocking in, getting a kill for level.
He's been looking pretty good in his comeback year here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a huge pickup for level.
I would love to pick up Damien because I would just torture. I would make him just go up the middle every game, and he'd be like, "Oh no, Rich, let me sit in the back and shoot for a little while, communicate." And I'll be like, "Yeah, get to their side of the field and shoot 2 or 3 guys and
We're
walk out the
giving you a
field, Damien."
bayonet and 1 pod.
That's right.
That's all you have.
Good luck, friend. Good luck. Oh, sloppy death there. And look who's going through the middle and shooting people. Damien Ryan, everybody.
Oh,
Gets
Damien
another
Ryan
one.
is just peeling people's scalps.
Yeah, he's
away
going to get
from
2 more here too, man.
skulls right now. Damien looking outstanding past
Yep,
couple
gets
points.
another one. He's going to go get this last guy. Oh, he gets caught finally.
He did enough, man.
Yeah, got
I don't
3.
care if he died right there. Somebody else needs to shoot somebody on level.
Yeah, there's so few people that can do what he does when he goes up the middle like that.
He's having a good day.
Yeah. It's very, very hard to do, and he does it as good or better than anybody. They should have him spend more time doing that. Looks like Level's going to get this point.
Ooh.
Ah, look, Level's right back in this match, Matt.
Yeah, not so much. 45
Plenty of
seconds.
time, plenty of time.
It's going to look a little bit better on the scoreboard, but the result is going to be the same. The Kings are going to take a win, but there's 45 seconds left, so Level might be able to put another point on the board for Pride. It's not going to, and well, they did win, so they still have a chance, right? But they're going to have to go blow out whoever they play next, which happens to be New York Extreme.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I would say to the Level program, the adjustments that you made in the beginning of that match didn't work out as well as the adjustment you made at the end of the match, was kicking Damien into the offense, and I think they should start with that earlier.
Well, a tough thing as far as adjustments, no matter how long you spend in your meeting, if your guys go to a spot and die, what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do as a coach as far as adjustment. The adjustment is the player's adjustment.
Yeah, 100%. Well, when I say the program, I mean everybody involved, right?
Yeah.
I need a rag. Help me out. Point. You need a rag?
Yeah.
But strategically, the decision to kind of let Damien loose in the middle, I think was the correct one. And yeah, maybe they could have done that a couple points earlier, but ultimately they just needed to keep more bodies alive.
Ironman drop again, their first player from that spot cam, Maddie. They're having a hard time living there. 5-on-4 advantage here for the Bears. Bears have done much, much better now these last few points by keeping 1 player alive on that D side and giving themselves an even 5-on-5 battle. Also taking some more real estate. They've got that center brick on the snake side that they've been kind of holding back off of. Sakaguchi is in the snake insert bunker, so it's 3 hard over here on the D side for the Bears. They've got only 1 player really in front of them. That's the snake wedge for the Ironmen. They also do have the Dorito corner looking inside. Nick Sloviak's in the center tower holding down the D side cut. Good spread for the Ironmen.
Yeah, but the Bears have 2 bodies at the 50-yard line, at the brick and at the snake.
Ironmen are in good positions, though, man. That snake one can look inside. The Dorito corner's looking inside. Everyone's crossed up on the Ironmen, playing very zone-oriented defense. The Bears have to figure out how to break through that zone offensively and move up the field. Sakaguchi moves inside to the wing. Back center releases from the back center to the Dorito can. So now 2 on the Dorito can side, 2 in the middle, 1 in the snake. Ironman going forward now from snake 1 to snake 3. Oh, it looks like he got shot over the top from the center brick.
It's Nita.
Nita getting caught there.
Yeah, Sakaguchi also looking for it too. He's at the wedge, and he's trying to see how he can get up and help his boys. These guys are at the 50 taking the pressure off of him. He's trying to figure out where he needs to try to flood up the field, but unfortunately, again, 2:34 left. They're just trying to spoil the Ironman's margin right now.
Yeah, Nita's gone forward a couple times in the snake where he didn't really need to, and not gone forward a couple times when he should have. Got to work on that timing a little bit. Now Sakaguchi goes to that center 50 brick mat, so they have 2 players in that snake side 50 brick, 1 shooting snake side, 1 shooting D side, putting a lot of pressure on the Ironman. Bears are in a good position to win this point. And you know what I would say, Matt, watching the Bears.
Look at Greg Rostek coming through.
Greg doing what he does.
Oh, nice little, was it
2-pack? Yep, good job, Greg.
Oh, he didn't shoot the other body.
It seems to me like the Bears do better when they play offensively, right? Just outside perspective, when they sit back and defensively play, it doesn't look like they do as well. But when they go forward, they do well, man.
Well, they have a lot of offensive guys. The Altamores are great on the offense. GJ kind of cut his teeth and got slightly paintball famous because of his offense with Thunder. Got good burst speed. And then Frank Antetomaso is a wrecking ball. So, yeah, they're definitely not the crafty, let's play patty cake in the gunfights and then try to work our way up the field. They're kind of more of let's get guys in spots and play aggressive.
Yeah, Greg will drop the hammer up the middle as well.
Yeah, absolutely. As we just saw, it was a nice little 2-pack run through. Almost got 3, but that was one of the better moves we've seen up the middle of the field all tournament long.
these guys up. Let's go.
Greg's
Yeah,
pumped
Greg,
up.
tell him.
And again, as we always say, parental advisory.
Earmuffs.
Anytime that we head into the pits.
Earmuffs.
Too many pods.
See what Damien Ryan can do this point. He's entertained us the last 2 points quite well.
Yes, he has. Quite
I love the way, see that? He did the last time, just running and goon-handing all the way to the 50. I love that.
Yeah, it's not super pretty, but it's effective. and that wasn't Damien, but they definitely did get a kill on the break.
4 on 4, Maddie.
Yeah, Cranmer taking the walk for level as they get into the snake with Justin Politi.
Kings with Dorito can, center tower, back center, and snake 1. Oh, Navarro taking a walk early from the center, Maddie. Damien Ryan caught him over the top. Askren going through the middle now. Askren getting caught.
You know what, though? I love it. 13 seconds left to
Why
send
not?
it, right? And
Pop
then
is fine.
Hollowell makes it through. Was that Lemon? That was Lemon.
Le Mans.
Just getting checked out by the ref. Boy, it was good. So 7 seconds left. I'm probably going to play that. It's muddy out there. I don't think we can get down the field in 7 seconds, but
Well, they probably both want to protect their margin a little bit. Not
I mean,
risk
it wouldn't surprise me if they don't play it, but Level could use another point, and yeah, I don't know. They probably won't play it. But
if I was coach, I wouldn't play it. I'll bet you $1 they don't play it.
I'm not going to take that bet.
$10.
No.
1,000.
It's a hard no still. Tempting, very tempting, but I'm going to go.
I only said
I'm
that.
going to go with no.
I only said that because I saw the refs down there doing that. That usually means they're not playing it, and I could have used the extra $1. Sorry.
I mean, I could just give you
Sorry, I
$1.
tried to take advantage of you.
If you need $1, you're my buddy.
Yes,
I'll
I
give you
definitely need $1. Just keep them coming. Let's see if Jordan and Corey can still have those. Yeah, Jordan shoots left. For the first time, he misses them on the break. The Bears do get outside, but they do lose Greg attacking up the middle. 4 on 5 advantage here for the men.
Still 3-point lead for the Ironmen.
I like it now, too. They go to Snake 2, the wing, instead of just sitting back to Snake 1.
Yeah, Ironman back into Snake 2, and then the 4 bodies are kind of pocketed it up, just protecting the lead.
Good communication with the Bears. Sakaguchi's got to get out of the spot can, try to get into Snake insert.
Nice little fill out by Gleason. I think that's Patty getting to the stand-up back bunker on the D side. Looking like he wants to wrap around and go.
Yeah, that's the way he's been playing it over there, is he wraps and releases into the Doritos. Sakaguchi's playing a little bit loose in that snake insert. He's got to tighten that up, otherwise he'll be vulnerable to those cross shots. Gleason goes to the Dorito 4 now. He's going to have a cross shot on Sakaguchi in a second. Gucci's got to watch his pack from that side out. Gucci releases, gets into the Snake 1.
Oh, it looks like Jordan's coming off right now for the Ironman as we hit the minute mark with Bears pushing the issue with getting GJ Sakaguchi. They're going to get Altimore. He's going to come and try to help out Sakaguchi. They lose a body, though, from the D side, but they make it out into D2. Starting to run out of time again. No matter the margin at this point for the Bears, because they dropped both their games yesterday, they can't win. 3 points, 34 seconds. This is all about what happens to the Ironman's margin right now.
Yeah, Ironman drop Patty over there in the corner, Matty, so it's only 3 Ironman left alive against 3 Bears. Ironman still have a gun D side from that snake side can. Leader tries to go through. Doesn't get anybody.
Baltimore.
Yeah, Al's the only guy left live now. Gets caught in the spot can, so Bears are going to win this point.
Yeah, Frank runs in, hits the buzzer with just 2 seconds left to go, so it's going to look a little bit better on the scoreboard as this game ended up being a lot closer than we thought. Ironman kind of pumping the brakes a little bit, struggling with some survivability of their own, but for the first 4 points, they shot that D side every single point, so going to take a win. Yeah, but you could see Shane very frustrated with Nikki about how that ended up going down, because that definitely squandered their margin a bit.
Yeah, and they needed that.
So that's going to do it here for this set. See some frustration on the face of the legend Shane Pestana. So we're going to head into set number 2. It's going to be San Antonio X Factor taking on the Saints, and then Energy Elite taking on Aftermath. Congratulations to the Ironmen and the MLKings taking the victory here in set number 1. Man, we have a long and great day of paintball for you here, day 2 at the 2023 NXL Lone Star Major, as we are going to be putting the last 2 sets from yesterday with the storm that came through. That's going to be going down this afternoon. I'm Matty Marshall here on Go Sports. We'll see you in just a few.